Well, it will be a dry summer at Bud Miller Park now that the spray park is being torn out. But the city is moving forward with big plans to create the best park in the region within the coming year. Elise Cox brings us that story.
Phase 1 of the development plan for Bud Miller is beginning soon, and that means a commemorative plaza to recognize donations and what every child can look forward to.
The jewel is going to be obviously the spray park, which is an active, passive spray park.
It will replace the wooden ship and spray park that were removed last summer due to safety concerns.
Following that, we hope to get to the shoreline, and that's kind of the third component to phase 1, which would be a floating dock and changing the shoreline a little bit so people can actually get down and touch the water, which is somewhat difficult right now.
And they aren't hoping to finish it quickly, but concentrate on doing it accurately.
Our time frame is we would like to have it done in the fall. If it doesn't happen in the fall, we'll resign ourselves to early spring in 2013.
We have a small window to build in northern Alberta, and we have a lot of priorities. We've been able to aggregate them, get the contractors in place.
Phase 2 of the plan includes redeveloping the amphitheater, and Phase 3, redoing pathways, lighting, and garbage bins.
Just bringing everything back up to where it was 26 years ago.
The overall budget for the 3-phase plan is approximately $8 million. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
With traditional kickboxing, martial arts, or aerobics aren't quite your thing, boxercise could be what you're looking for. Mike Baden tries it out in this week's Fitness First.
Martial arts, kickboxing, regular boxing, and aerobics are all infused into this up-tempo cardio workout.
You're going to be working everything. Everything from your biceps, triceps, quads, hamstrings, calves, you name it, your abs.
And your body will be pushed to the limit during many exercises.
Kicks, punches, like thrust kicks, pressing kicks, roundhouse kicks, that kind of thing. It's a lot of leg work. So that's what most people will be doing most of the time in class. So it is a cardio workout.
Traditional self-defense classes can be competitive, intense, and sometimes too much of a commitment. Motion Fitness makes boxercise a fun and motivating experience.
Taekwondo and the more traditional martial arts are just that, more traditional. It's more structured. It's you have your senseis that have their black belts, and this is a little bit more easygoing, I would say.
Mike Baden, Newcap News.
Fitness First is brought to you by Motion Fitness, a place that is dedicated to the health and wellness of your mind, body, and spirit. www.motionfitnesslloydminster.ca.
The SPCA's Dog, Jog, and Family Fun Day is coming up on June 24th. Jennifer and Allison give us all the details and introduce us to a couple of playful animals looking for their forever homes on this week's Pet Project.
Hi and welcome to this week's Pet Project. My name is Allison. I'm at the SPCA with Jennifer, and this is Durango.
Yes, Durango is a year-old Chihuahua. He is up to date on his vaccines, just needs a rabies vaccine, and he does need to be neutered. And he's a pretty sweet little guy.
He is very sweet, but I've also noticed he's a little bit standoffish, almost a little bit timid when you first come up to him.
Yeah, he does have the typical Chihuahua traits of being timid at first, but you give him a couple minutes and he'll warm right up to you. He loves giving kisses, and he does have a really good energy to burn too. He's young, so he really enjoys playing with his toys still.
This here is Fandango, which is quite the name.
Yes, it is. We see almost 1,000 animals come through our doors, so we have to become very inventive with names here.
And she is a 4-month-old domestic medium hair. She has her vaccine. She's up to date on vaccines. She just needs her rabies and to be spayed.
Yes, exactly. She's got a wonderful personality. Definitely a typical kitten. Ton of energy to burn. She does like to cuddle, but only when she's tired, which can take quite some time. For anybody that's interested in cute little Fandango, the best thing to do is come down the shelter for a meet and greet.
The SPCA's Dog Jog and Family Fun Day is coming up Sunday, June 24th, and now is the time to start collecting your pledges.
It is. Our pledge forms are now available online on our website at lloydminsterspca.org. You can print off our online pledge form there, or come into the shelter or various businesses throughout Lloydminster to collect your paper version of your pledge form. Get out there and start pledging today.
The Pet Project is sponsored by Quick Pick Waste Disposal. Locally owned and operated and serving urban, rural, and industrial customers in Lloydminster and region.
Some recent graffiti vandalism in downtown Cold Lake has prompted a group of teens to take matters into their own hands. As Clayton Brown reports, around 50 youth are helping businesses clean up the area.
It was an early start for a portion of teens doing their part as they began helping clean up businesses in downtown Cold Lake that had been hit by a vandal.
When you drive by and you see it and it's not nice to look at, and then when you have the opportunity to get rid of it, it makes you feel better and you know you're helping the community.
The initiative is in conjunction with FCSS in Cold Lake. It was all put together to help teens get involved and show pride in their city.
We don't generally look at how we can engage the youth, except in sport and other type things. This is a good way that youth can just get out and say, hey, we're part of this community as well, and we're able to commit or to do some service as well.
It's been over a month since the downtown core was struck with a spree of graffiti, and today 5 businesses in total will be cleaned up, and the owners are impressed with the teens' actions.
I'm proud of them for doing that, and I must compliment them because, they're showing some activity and some concerns about being part of the community.
They did have to do a lot of the prep work themselves, and they have to provide the paint. But I think that overall they're excited to see that the graffiti is going to get painted over, but also that some people in the community are going to help them to do that.
The group consists of students from all the junior high and high schools in Cold Lake, and all the cleaning will wrap up tonight. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
Well, residents will have to take a closer look at their garbage collection calendars in the border city because the city has made some changes. Starting June 1st, you may have a new day for your garbage and recycling curbside collection.
So over the last week, most of the residents should have gotten new calendars. We just want to remind them to actually look at their calendars because there's been some changes into the garbage collection boundaries.
Now, if you haven't received that calendar, you can pick it up at City Hall. Meantime, the city is jumping on board to recognize the good deeds of youth across our community. It's called positive ticketing. The school board, RCMP, and multiple other organizations have taken on the initiative for the past few years, and now city councilors have the opportunity to reward youth by handing out tickets themselves.
We've had increased vandalism and things like that, and people are quick to point to our youth today. I'd like the world to point to our youth for the good things they're doing.
Last year, 1,000 positive tickets were issued. Well, what better way to celebrate summer and take advantage of the short season than spending it on downtown Lloydminster's first ever outdoor patio? The Route is preparing what is expected to be the border city's summer destination. Elise Cox has more.
The Route has been the face of innovation since its opening, but now they're taking it a step further.
I invite you all to come down for lunch and supper because we've got the patio out there until I close. So you can sit out there till 10 o'clock at night.
And this new patio will be a first.
Well, it's like going uptown, isn't it? It's like big city. I think it's another development that shows that there is a growing cosmopolitan component of our population.
And I can't believe Lloyd hasn't had one up until this point, and that's been kind of why it's taken us so long, is that it's like, okay, it's the first sidewalk cafe ever in Lloyd. So it's been a process.
But it's finally paid off, and along with it comes a new summer menu.
I think it's super important that we all get outside as much as possible, and we're gonna have to rock, paper, scissors, which servers get to be out there every day.
And the Route's message of outdoor fun is moving beyond their sidewalk to the streets.
SoCo and the Route are hosting Lloydminster's first ever street dance. June 15th, Soldier Fire, a reggae band from Edmonton, is coming to play this dance.
So Lloydminster can expect a lot of firsts this summer. The new patio will be open on June 5th. Elise Cox, Newcap News.